Y'all, so this lady on TikTok has TikTok in shambles, okay? People are torn between she should abort the mission and that she should be supported and encouraged if she chooses to embark on single motherhood alone, okay? The way that this 40-year-old woman turned up pregnant and the circumstances surrounding it all is crazy. I'm gonna let her tell her own story and we're gonna chime in once she's finished, all right? Let's go ahead and get into it.
I'm 6 weeks and 3 days pregnant, and my child's father, all within a day of finding out that I was pregnant, that I may have an ectopic pregnancy, going to the emergency room, spending hours and hours and hours getting poked and prodded to find out that my baby's okay and in my uterus where they should be, and my hormone levels are where they should be. So within a day of finding all that out, the father of my child said he doesn't want this. He doesn't think this is a good idea, and he wants me to not keep the baby. Let me be very clear that my child's father was very aware of what was going on. This wasn't like nobody was trapped. Nobody was. He repeated over and over and over again how bad he wanted us to have a baby, how bad he wanted me to have a baby, how bad he wanted me to get pregnant. And then I get pregnant, and he's like, no. And today he told me, well, listen, you have to get rid of the baby because actually I'm married. When we got together, thought we were getting divorced. I had requested a divorce. Things was done, I thought, but that didn't happen. And now I'm trying to work my marriage out. So you cannot have my baby. So now here we are. And I'm trying to keep my stress levels down because one of the reasons they thought it was, or wanted to rule out it being ectopic pregnancy, was because I was bleeding and still having a little bleeding issues. You know, I'm trying to stay calm, keep the stress down so I don't harm my baby, but I'm just struggling because I'm trying to figure out why I needed this. Why I needed to be trying to ask God, like, why I needed to be bent and broken and snapped in this way. I was minding my business, y'all. That man was persistent to even get a chance with me. And we were damn near living together. And then to say, you're and now my poor baby. Poor baby. I didn't want this life for my baby. And you know what? I'm 41. I don't have any children. This is my first child. I didn't ever even think I wanted any, so I certainly wasn't trying to but now it's here. Just married the whole time. Intentionally got me pregnant, and once I got pregnant, told me I don't want nothing to do with this.
I'm sorry, but there needs to be like some sort of crime that a man who does this type of stuff can be charged with. I'm sorry if y'all feel like I'm going too far, but it's just the level of disregard for human life. Like, it's the level of disregard for the life of your fellow man. I feel like there really needs to be a charge, and maybe it is. Y'all let me know in the comment section below, where these type of men who seek out a woman, wine and dine her, love on her, spend ample time with her, tell her all the things that she wants to hear, be good to her, do things for her, tell her they want a family, get her pregnant, all this stuff, beg for a child, beg for the woman to finally open herself up to having kids after going 4 decades of her not having any, thinking that she didn't want any, for this guy to come into her life, lead her on, get her pregnant, and then once she notifies him that she's pregnant, for him to jump ship. Now he wants to reveal that he's married and all this other stuff. There needs to be a crime that these type of blood-sucking demons can be charged with. I'm just so tired of it. Like I'm gonna say, sis, you are 41 and you look damn good. And this is no shade to mothers. My hats are off to all mothers out there. I don't want no parts of motherhood. But what I will say is, the fact that you don't have any kids, it plays a big role in why you're so pretty, your skin is so clear, your body is tea. You look so damn good. So to go through this sacrifice of pregnancy, possibly losing your life. There are so many women who lose their lives during pregnancy, or their bodies are forever, I won't say destroyed, but are forever changed after bearing life. To put yourself through that type of change, through that type of risk, at the least make sure it's for a man who actually wants the child and wants you. Like, it needs to make sense, in other words. That's why there's so many women saying she is 6 weeks. Baby, I'm going to show y'all in a second the size of a fetus at 6 weeks. That fetus is the size of a fingernail. Do y'all see that? It's the size of a fingernail. Baby, right now is the time. Go ahead and do it and move past it and learn from it, all right? I'm just saying.
Y'all need to understand that lady did not get on the internet and tell us she was 6 weeks pregnant with her first child at 41 just to find out that man was married for us to give her advice. She did that for that man to see. She said they planned that, baby. You made it to 41. No kids.
No kids.
And when you got pregnant by the man who said he wanted to get you pregnant, he said, nah, me and my wife finna work this out.
And you question whether or not you should keep that baby? I don't know. Like, people are split because there's some people saying the fact that she is 41 and she didn't have any kids, perhaps she has like this deeper connection to this fetus, to this baby, because she has went so long without having one. So I don't know her reasons for not having any, if it was due to medical, due to she just hadn't found the right person, or she simply did not want any. I'm not sure, but I can see that POV, all right? I can see that. Now, this video is her dancing. I don't want to get copyrighted.
I'm gonna praise the hold on.
Through
What
it.
Forever and only time I've been there, I ain't told this cat, yeah, ice cold. Hey.
All right, it says, when your cousin cooks and sends pasta by Uber package because it's your first intense pregnancy craving, and you vibe because even though he walked away, you're not doing this alone, and your baby has an amazing village. Praise God. All right.
So I just came across a video of a woman saying that she was pregnant. She just found out she's 6 weeks pregnant, and the child's father told her, I don't want the baby. And of course, this is a shocker to her. And on top of him saying, I don't want the baby, I'm married. She didn't know he was married. They've been together full line. She said they practically lived together. But he said, and then he told her that he thought he was getting a divorce, and now he's not getting a divorce. She's 6 weeks pregnant. I know what I would do. I would be down at somebody's clinic, sending that baby back to God. I'm not saying that's what you should do.
Right.
I'm just saying, I think as a woman who is 40, yes, I understand you're 40 and you do not have any children. It would be very unfortunate to wait 4 decades to have your first child, and for your first child to come into this world under these circumstances.
Exactly.
And your best circumstance is, I know there's a part of you that's probably hoping like, oh, he'll come around, he'll come around. I don't think you understand just how dangerous it is for women during this time of their life. Pregnancy.
We're going to pause it right there, because what she's about to say is so true. I'm not going to play this TikToker's whole TikTok like I normally do, because she's kind of long-winded. This is about 5 minutes long. I'm going to skip through it. But like she's getting ready to say, pregnancy is very dangerous for a woman. Pregnancy is a medical emergency. Child labor is a medical emergency for a woman, okay? There are so many things that could go wrong, all right? We just bank on things going right, okay? And it's like, in the least, if you're going to put your body, your life in jeopardy's hands, at least let it be for a man, or with a man who cares about the baby, wants the baby, cares about you, and wants you at the least. Now, this TikToker also touches on another point, how a lot of these married men, if they tell you that they want you to abort the mission, all right, and you decide to keep the mission, sometimes they get a lot cuckoo, and they will take your life as well as that unborn baby's life just so their wife won't find out what they did, which is crazy to me, because it never makes sense, because your wife end up finding out anyways. But she also finds out that her husband not only had the proximity to be a cheater, but also proximity to be a murderer. Okay, so, and I said it like that on purpose. I don't want YouTube flagging my channel, but also has the proximity to somebody as well. So it's like, it's a double whammy at that point. Okay, now let's skip through.
And I don't think you understand how dangerous a man is when a man is trying to keep a secret.
That's right.
Men like this are dangerous, because do I think he was really going to get a divorce? No. That's why he's ending the relationship right now. At the moment you tell him you're pregnant, now him and his wife is fixing the situation.
Right.
All of a sudden he's trying to fix the situation with his wife.
Right.
That man was never getting a divorce.
Ever. That's something for women to be mindful of. If you ever meet a guy and he says he's getting a divorce, Wait until the divorce is finalized. See what he actually does, because most times women are the ones who initiate the divorce. When it comes to people who are getting a divorce, wait until it's finalized. Wait until they've been divorced for at least a year to 2 years. Just give them time to separate away from that person. It's always dangerous and risky intermingling yourself, getting yourself invested into a person who is still legally married.
Co-parenting, trying to co-parent with a man that told you to have an abortion is going to be the most difficult thing you've ever done in your life.
Ever.
I think a lot of times women who have never been in this situation, never been in this predicament, think like, oh, it's not that bad. You see single mothers and you see single mothers happy with their children, and you're thinking, oh, it doesn't seem that bad. It doesn't seem that bad. You figure it out. Yeah, you figure it out. You figure it the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Once the kids is here, the kids is here.
Right.
But women are trying to prevent you from going through the turmoil. You're only 6 weeks into the pregnancy.
Right.
And you know what's crazy? Currently, we're talking about postpartum and what that looks like. Now, imagine if you do have to go through postpartum. You're going to be going through postpartum as a single mother. And then probably also fighting with the child's father.
Basically, like this TikToker is saying, and like a lot of women that are trying to spare this lady from embarking on a whole journey that she definitely is not ready for. At 41, you have no kids. Continue to live your life peacefully. I'm not saying that you can't aspire to have children in the future, but maybe wait until a nice gentleman comes into your life. You know, it proves that he's an actual good man. He marries you. Just wait for it to be done correctly. But to willingly participate in this type of dynamic, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't give off I love myself. Because the woman who loves herself and values herself, in my opinion, is not going to willingly participate in such a shitty dynamic such as this. You have to think about being a single mom, dealing with the child's father, constantly bickering back and forth. And this is if he doesn't try to her, okay? If he doesn't try to her and that baby, okay? If she makes it past that stage, you have to think about the turmoil that's going to come. The wife is going to find out. He's going to hate you. Y'all are going to clash. What are you going to do? Are you really mentally prepared to really mother this child by yourself? Essentially being the mother and the father to this child at the age of 41. You couldn't pay me at the age of 41 to involve myself with this. When I tell you I would be running 100 miles per hour to get that situation taken care of, and I would learn from it. And I would not allow myself to repeat that same mistake. At 41, baby, absolutely not. Now, as I stated, while most women are supporting and pushing for her, not really pushing, but recommending strongly that she removes herself from this very chaotic situation before it reaches the epitome of chaos, there are some women that are on the opposing side. Let's just listen, okay? Let's see what she has to say.
And get on here and be downplaying other women for having problems and them wanting a village. They want someone to support them. They want some words of affirmation to be able to get through the problems that they're having. I understand a woman that was 6 weeks pregnant because guess what? Like, she's older. She's around the same age as me, and it's her first child. Like, it's not just a clump of cells to her. It's a hard experience to go through by yourself, and she just needs to know that someone cares enough to say it's gonna be all right. Y'all tell men all the time, it ain't about fixing the issue or giving someone a solution. It's about just listening sometimes.
Now, the last part is correct, but what I'm gonna say is, if we claim to care about our sisters, then we should want the very best for them. That's how I'm gonna put it, all right? Telling this woman, oh, it's going to be okay, it's going to be all right, knowing damn well what journey she's embarking on and all of the red flags and the risks associated with this journey would be very callous of us. I'm sorry, but if I see a woman headed in the wrong direction, I'm not going to soothe her that she will be okay. I'm going to give it to her as blunt as I can and as respectful as I can, but I'm going to be honest with her so that she knows exactly what's to come if she decides to go through with whatever decision that she's making. To me, that's true sisterhood, and that's when you really care about somebody, just in my opinion. Y'all let me know if you agree with this TikToker.
I wouldn't even told y'all I was pregnant, because the way them comments is eating that lady up. And then if that's the way that you're okay with getting your first child at 41, then hey, congratulations to you. But you put your business on a public platform, like, and it's already giving that It's not gonna give. So you're just, I just think you should be mentally prepared to, be the mama and the dad of their baby. Because that man did not value you. That man wanted to get you pregnant, and then when you got pregnant, he let you know that he was married.
Yeah, I mean, that's what a lot of women in her comment section are saying. Actually, let's go take a visit to her comment section. Now, as I was stating, scrolling through the comments, I don't see women chewing her up or belittling her. I think most of us feel empathy towards her because most of us have been lied to by a man. Most of us have seen the darker side of men, like how lying, how manipulative they are, how oftentimes they will say whatever they need to say to yield the result that they're trying to yield. So most of us, we have empathy for her. But in the same breath, we're also saying, sis, you're 41. Don't do this. Do not do this, okay? As you can see in the comments, people are saying the amount of weeks that you're well within your rights to go and get the mission removed, all right? People are saying, girl, don't piss me off. 6 weeks, go to the clinic now. He already given problems. As a single mom, make the appointment, sis. You don't have to have a baby, all right? If you're having baby daddy drama in the first few weeks, girl, it ain't worth it. That's how I feel too, y'all. I be telling this story to the doctor at the clinic. Period on that. Your feelings are valid 100%, and so is a AB, okay? Both are valid, and I agree with that. She has the right to feel the way she feels, to mourn, to be sad, to be upset, because I sure would. But in the same breath, baby, I got my purse on and I'm headed out. I'm getting rid of it, all right? I'm not doing that to myself. I'm not embarking on a journey that is going to be pure hell for me, especially at the age of 41. No, you done came too far, all right? If a man says he wants a baby, but ain't talking about marriage, run, it's a red flag. Agreed, okay? That doesn't mean that marriage is like this safety net, meaning if you're married, he won't disrespect you or walk out or anything like that, but he will be held accountable. That's what a lot of y'all don't realize. In marriage, accountability is given. He's going to be held accountable for doing these things. When you ain't married, it's not much accountability besides maybe child support. That's about it. All right. If you keep this baby, now this is the comment that I'm looking for. If you keep this baby, know this is your baby. All right. Your responsibility. You will be doing it all on your own. As long as you are good with that move, move forward with your pregnancy. Don't try to force him to be a father once the baby gets here. Do you? Absolutely agree. I think that should be the top comment because that is my energy regarding this whole situation, all right? You should choose you and do what's smart, all right? And that, in my opinion, is to go and delete the mission, right? But in the same breath, if you decide I'm 41, I feel attached to this fetus inside of me and I want to keep it, just understand that he's telling you how your life is going to be now, all right? So just understand that the responsibility of raising that kid, providing for that kid, doing everything for that kid is going to fall on you. He's going to be a deadbeat dad. He's not going to wake up one day and decide he's going to leave his wife and be with you and actually, take care of the child. No, he's telling you what it is, all right? Now, I want you guys to definitely hop in the comment section below and let me know you guys' thoughts about this. What would y'all say as a big sister towards this woman here? What would be your big sister advice? Or for my women who are a bit older, what would be your motherly advice to this woman here? I want to know you guys' advice. Let me know in the comment section below and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye.